Straight to the big debate, which is Alexander Isak versus Erling Haaland. It's the striker debate everyone's talking about right now. Pep Guardiola says Haaland is still the benchmark, while Arne Slot believes Liverpool have signed the league best forward in Isak, with both playing this weekend. This is a perfect chance for for the fans to compare both strikers. And Paulo, who is more complete as a striker? Haaland with his ruthless finishing, or Isak with his all-round game?
Well, it's a very, very difficult one. When you talk about most complete, to be honest, if you talk about complete and, both head, both feet, with dribbles and everything, you want to look at Alexander Isak. But, when you talk about getting those goals, that is what a striker is for. I think it's Erling Haaland. Overall, to me, I'll pick Erling Haaland ahead of Alexander Isak, because with Erling Haaland, you are sure to get a lot of goals. I'm not taking anything away from Alexander Isak. Is also a good goal scorer, but the kind of form Erling Haaland has been in the last 2-3 seasons, you can't definitely take anything away from him.
Okay, that is it from Paulo. Uncle Isak arrival makes some Liverpool attack more unpredictable than City's.
I think so, because City is in a transition state, whereby the support cast. One thing, the difference why I would prefer Isak to Haaland is Haaland needs support cast. Isak can be a solo striker and do the job himself. He can get into the lines, break the lines, dribble in, get into position, and also finish. But there's one thing about Haaland: when you give him the ball, he will finish. So that's why I would tilt more towards Isak, because of the build-up play also before the finishing. So when you look at it, all rounder, Man City is struggling with the build-up these days. So I think Isak for me will be a better choice. And to get to the arrival of Isak, I think for me this season, Isak should be the top goal scorer or close to the top goal scorer, because he's in a team whereby the midfielders are on point. It's almost like the Argentine guy, McAllister, and those guys are in the form of their life. You can't compare to Man City. Man City, Ryan Sheki, Rangers, they're just trying to go into the league. So Liverpool has the boys that they are already in form. They understand the league. They just won the league. So I think Isak also, I think it was the highest goal scorer last season.
No.
For
Newcastle.
For Newcastle.
It was
it was Salah that was, but I think it was his highest goal scorer as a striker. The striker with the highest goal, because I knew that he scored more than Erling Haaland last season, even sometimes, and he was out injured. So I think that when you talk about this, Alexander Isak, perfect for me, almost perfect move to Liverpool. I think that's the club that are best suited.
Okay, as always, making that transition, from Newcastle to Liverpool. Is left to see if he can also match up the numbers or do better than the numbers he got at Newcastle at Liverpool this time around. Yes, it's a rivalry between these two players. I would have put on Gyökeres, but Gyökeres hasn't got into that level of these two strikers. With this rivalry, push both players and both clubs to a new level this season.
Talking about Liverpool, you are everyone with the acquisitions that Liverpool have made this season, the amount they spent, they are to, you expect them to move to the next level of football where they go invincible, player, because now you can't spend close to 400 million pounds, and you are struggling in every game this season. Though they've not been, though they've won 3 games, but they've not been that fantastic to me, because if you look at the games they play, the first game against Bournemouth, they struggled at a point to win. It was 2 late goals that later decide the game for them, and even the other game also, and against Arsenal, Newcastle, they struggled against Arsenal at a point. They were, in fact, in the first half they were not where to be really found in the game, but second half was the pick up. But
they actually had more goals attempted than Arsenal that they counted.
They stepped up in the second half, but in the first half they were completely
dominated. It wasn't a poor game against Arsenal.
It wasn't a poor game, but it's not overall. The way Liverpool, we expect Liverpool to play with everything they've gathered this season.
But you guys also gathered some players.
Yeah, but there's difference between the way Arsenal and
Are you guys doing
Liverpool.
fantastically well this season?
So far, no, we've not been, we've not come close to, how good we used to be. To me,
Have you ever
this
been
is-
good?
yeah, we've been.
Okay, you're right. Lastly, looking at the rivalries between these two players, it's not a new rivalry, yes. They are not new to the EPL. Talking about Erling Haaland and Alexander Isak, but playing Alexander Isak, moving a step up right now to Liverpool. Do you think is going to heighten also the level of rivalry between these two players?
I think it's going to heighten it. It's a journey to who wins the golden boot. But I think one thing that might also affect Isak is that Mo Salah likes to score goals. So Adibi Mo Salah can leave the score, but one thing that will also work for him is Mo Salah likes to assist. So it's like having two-edged sword. You don't know which one. But there's one thing that works for Isak. He knows how to break the lines himself, create goal-scoring opportunity, and score the goal himself. So I think that those things will work for him. But you have a Man City that the midfield is struggling. I don't know if they will spark up during the season, but right now they've not really gotten that spark that they need. But the Liverpool midfield, they are on fire because when they get the proper number 9, they will feed him with a lot of balls, and conversion is not a problem for Isak. We've seen him in Newcastle. I think if he can get his head down and play football, because he really wanted the move. And the one thing about a player wanting to go to one club, he didn't mention two. He didn't say maybe. He only said he wanted Liverpool. And now he's at Liverpool. Then you have an happy player who is very good. For me, the best striker right now that I can think of. In fact, Mbappe is not a number 9 to me. I think the number one that I will pick in the world of football right now is Isak.
Okay, yes, on the big Swede striker, all eyes will be on him this weekend. Still 35 games to go in the EPL, so there's a big battle to see who ends up with the golden boot in the EPL. So it's just starting after game 3, so we still have 35 more games to go. Well, that is a wrap on today's Talk Sports. We've previewed for huge Premier League games and the striker showdown that could define the title race. Now we want to hear from you, the fans. Who wins the Manchester Derby? Should Liverpool start Isak right away? And who's the better striker rather between Isak and Haaland? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the like and share, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on post-match analysis after the weekend action. That is about how much we can take on today's edition of TalkSport on Premier Sport Fan Center. Don't forget to join us tomorrow when EPL and our commentary returns on Premier Sport Fan Center. So we come your way again. Let's bye for now.